In this episode, Baps out baby group.
It's lovely meeting other mums, and it's nice being brutally honest with each other. You know, one woman was talking about her piles, which I hope it's not too much TMI. We're like, absolutely not, bring it on, all the piles chat, because that's the reality of it, and it's lovely to be able to share that with someone and it not be like self-conscious about it or uncomfortable. Because you're like, we all just sat there chatting with our baps out while waiting for the baby to latch, and I'm not self-conscious about it. No matter. So what? When the baby's on the floor, someone got like shit at their leg, and I'm like, no matter, whatever. Cool. Don't care.
Heckled by your co-host.
This is thrilling.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. How are your segments in the podcast going?
Great. My idea. Gotcha.
It was, and I did the work for it.
That's how it goes.
No. It's not frustrating at all.
Pass over there.
Scat chat. Turmeric turds.
Peak sleep deprivation. Opened the diaper that was just a pee diaper. Lifted her butt to change it. Liquid baby poo rocketed out of her butt and sprayed all over my face, clothes and hair, a bassinet and our bed. I knew I only had about enough time for sleep or shower before she woke again after feeding. I was so tired that I did my best with a baby wipe and slept for 45 minutes covered in baby shit.
Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
we'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering.
Welcome to week 7.
Yes, 7.
Week 7.
Blaring now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to the point when we stop doing the baby's age in weeks and move on to months.
Well,
I just start doing fractional years anyway. Conscious. What we got for lunch today?
Today we've got classic, British classic tikka masala. Used to be the UK's favourite dish. Chicken tikka masala, but then we've got chicken.
What we got instead of chicken?
Got a ginger bit of pea protein.
Who's it made by?
Eat curious.
When you
Shout out.
sponsor me.
Whoop, whoop. And we've got a brown rice because we're healthy in it.
Healthy.
And also whole grains help me make more milk.
Get the milk production factory going.
She is a hungry girl. Yeah. Guzzle it down.
Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle.
You like to mix food together, don't you? You're a mixer.
Oh, I absolutely fucking hate it when I get all my foods like non-mixed
Piss
and
off.
they're meant
Piss off.
talk to the dog, not to me. And they're meant to be things that you mix because I either try and fit them all on a fork and shove them all in my mouth, and then I can't get them all in there, or I have to mix all my food, and mixing food doesn't look great when you're like out at a restaurant or something. So
Do you make a Scottish pie together?
I would if I didn't think I could get it all on a fork. The way a Scottish pie is stacked, so it's easy to just dissect and eat. If it was like, for whatever reason, decomposed, what's the word?
Deconstructed?
Deconstructed.
Decomposed. Rotted.
If it was deconstructed, I would, I'd probably mash it.
But I like to vary the different levels of things I've got, the different concentrations. That maybe sometimes I want more rice and a little bit of sauce, sometimes I want it really saucy and maybe just pure sauce, or just pure plain rice. Cleanse the palate.
Nah.
Okay.
In for a penny, in for a pound, isn't it?
Well, it's right, isn't it?
I trust the chef's got the ratios right. Back it. Have you?
Got the ratios right.
Yeah, chef. Have you got the ratios right?
Or roasted sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That depends on what you like, isn't it? Really, some people like it extra saucy.
For me, you've got it right. So that's good. Mash it up.
I've known you long enough.
Sometimes I'll just mash parts and not all.
Yeah.
To check, but I won't ever. If I know something's meant to be combined, I will mix it. I find it irritating to try and get two different things on one fork. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I suppose. What were we chatting about earlier? I can't remember. It was. You were laughing at me because I didn't like the way she smelled.
I was laughing at you because you said I even like the smell of her breath.
I do. I think she's got really nice breath. You don't get bad breath from your baby, I don't think, unless maybe when you're poorly.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, she always smells. It's almost a bit sweet. Her breath. It's nice. I'm like, yeah, breathe on me.
I won't lie, I haven't tried to smell her breath, so I wouldn't be able to tell you whether I do or don't like her breath.
I know you will.
Yeah, now I'll have a little smell and be able to tell you, is it for me or not?
I think I like it. If you like her head and stuff, I think you like her breath.
Well, I guess what's happened this week then. So my work's been pretty manic. You've been going to different groups and
Been
stuff.
I've been to one group.
And
I had both our 6-week checkups.
yeah,
Got a health visitor.
and there's something else. I think had lots of family and friends around as well.
Yeah. Met your great grandparents,
Yeah.
which was nice, wasn't it? They're well excited to meet her. But yeah, back to Blabber. We had our 6-week checks with the doctor and health visitor. All gravy. She's put on weight. Still not massively heavy. She's still just below average, but she's very long. But yeah, well, we've got signed off. They said I can get back to the gym, which is very exciting. Very exciting. So that's been
On your perineum,
Pelvic floor.
pelvic floor. That's the one.
just that particular part.
Just tidying up your gooch. I knew it was P something. Just couldn't remember.
Yeah, this week has been my first week back, so we're focusing on like how to activate my pelvic floor because obviously it's just short pieces and your abs aren't quite back together yet, so you sort of figuring out how to engage them again. So it doesn't mean that I don't doing much. I'm in the gym. I'm sort of doing lots of like breath work and then leaving, so not breaking a sweat. But come tomorrow, I'm actually going to start shifting some weights, which I'm really looking forward to. But I've really enjoyed it, just getting out first thing in the morning and spending that hour in the gym by myself, for myself.
Yeah, this is something that we need to speak about, and something that we definitely should have done and haven't done, and maybe we'll try and do, is this element of, previously there was stuff that I should have done that I didn't do that I could get away with not doing in terms of chores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now I feel like the list is just kind of unsurmountable in that the list is definitely longer than the time that I've got, because when you actually consider all the sort of stuff like researching how to make sure that she's developing and growing and all these sorts of factors, while also trying to do all the sort of chores to keep the place clean, tidy and helpful for you, and then also do my work, which currently is longer than usual.
Yeah.
And then also just actually have some R&R for me. It just, if I was to actually try and do it all, it would definitely be 30 hours. And that's obviously not going to work in a day. And so it's kind of having that conversation between the two of you of coming to the table and saying, this is my prioritized list of needs, wants and likes.
Yeah.
This is your prioritized list. Now let's look at each other's and agree on a combined list. What things are on the sheet that you're meant to do that you maybe are only in your like, there would be in my want, so we can come up with a joint prioritized list.
Yeah.
And that's something we need to do, because I guess you've kind of done it with gym. You said gym is incredibly important. I need to go to the gym. I go every morning.
Yeah, that's sort of my one thing I built into each day.
And so that's resulted in me kind of adapting my day so that you'll wake, because I'm sleeping during the morning because you sleep evening, as it were, because we're still doing our sort of usage.
I think this will become easier when we stop doing that. I think we're going to try it out this coming weekend.
Yeah.
I think
because we won't have 12 hours of sleep window. Because currently you sleep 8 till 2, and then I sleep kind of like effectively 3 till 8. Because
it also means that I could go to the gym earlier.
Yeah.
So I could leave the gym, say, at 6.
Yeah.
And that means I'm back by 7:30.
Because currently, you'll wake me up at like 7 or 6:30, kind of give me baby, and then be off to the gym, and then I have to kind of come down, get Fatty ready for a walk, go out kind of a walk with it. And I guess I need to work out kind of what things are my things and what things are our things. And also, I had a really good conversation with one of my colleagues from work, just kind of discussing the fact that I guess my mindset around the period was that you just kind of have to suffer through it. And he sort of discussed the fact that no, you've got look, it's not going to be sunshine and roses, it's not going to be fun all the time, but you need to find the thing, some things that you do just for you that you'll enjoy, but also some things that you're going to do with baby, just you and baby, that you enjoy together. And he was sort of saying that him, it used to be sometimes when his baby was a bit older, go to the pool, and there were times when his kid would just scream at him the whole hour. He was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to enjoy this no matter what." And just to make it, have his drag his kid to the pool, get them in. Once they're in the water, it's fine, but like the 20 minutes or whatever, and it's those sorts of things I need to find out, baby, and stuff like that. And I guess for me, I need to work out what's the thing that I can kind of do with her. So I think we need to try and talk about that list, and that list is going to include things not just what you want to do, but also what is currently on your list of things to do. Like, for example, hoovering was my job. I purposely bought a robot vacuum because I knew I wasn't going to do it enough, and I then need to have the discipline to make sure that it does actually do the job, which is something that I'm been doing and stuff like that. So sort of a realignment of chores, and I think, and then put it on your whiteboard like you've done, and have them split out into kind of like recurrings and one-offs, etc.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No way it's all explicit, and there's no time.
Yeah.
Like if there's no arguments about it, and like we very rarely argue about anything because we tend to feel guilty that we haven't done the thing that the other person is annoyed about, and that'll double down when it's actually on the whiteboard, and you go, "Well, look, it's on the whiteboard." I'm like, "Oh, I'm just angry with myself, or I'm angry with you. Leave me alone."
Well, yeah, that goes both ways. But I think for the morning, say things you need to, your morning checklist almost. Some of those things. So say, is it culture, meditation, run, chores, or whatever? Say there's your 4 things, and you allocate your time. So maybe go, I'm going to give 10 minutes to my chores in the morning, whether that's just like doing the dishwasher or whatever.
Yes, I guess so.
So if you want, we can have things like daily and weekly tasks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
That's what I do when I'm running kitchens. I have daily cleaning schedules, weekly cleaning schedules, monthly cleaning schedules.
Write me the checklist, do your SOPs, treat me like a little sliding
kitchen Bible that we want, a house Bible. But yeah, I do think we need to make sure we're getting things down so we both have the things that help keep us our heads straight, because I absolutely love being a mum and all this right now, but obviously it's very all encompassing.
But we also need to put on things there that we want to do first as a unit, like the 3 or 4, including the dog in some cases, and then just as me and you. So it becomes a real matrix of kind of try and craft your ideal life in terms of what are the things that you need to just do because you enjoy for your own health, and then what are the things that you need to do for like the household and the family that kind of must be done, and then how do you support your partner in doing their things, and then how do you also do you and your partner together, and how do you do you and your partner and your baby, so you create something. It's
a massive juggling act, and I think it's going to take a while together.
It definitely is, and I think that the thing that's the problem nowadays is that everyone, just including myself here, wants that convenient solution and doesn't really accept that it's got to be a very deliberate action. We've got to sit down and actually do something about it, whereas I just want to bitch about it.
Hi my lovelies, thank you for listening. Can you please like, review and subscribe to our podcast?
Alright then, so what are your highs, lows and funnies? So I'm just trying to get ahead on the poo chat. Because every week I forget that I need to find
you can't do things at once, so should I stop?
No, you go, because I'm not going to listen. No, I'm joking.
Communication is so important in a relationship. Do you want to go first then?
Yeah, I think I'll go first. So it's definitely been enjoyable seeing like my grandma and my grandparents and family kind of relish in having like another generation. That's been very nice, and seeing how much it kind of means to them. Because you always spend this whole time, I'll say it wears off. It just very quickly becomes part of your life, and there are enjoyable moments. It's something that you were doing. And always when you see other people interacting with your child, it makes you kind of pause and reflect. You kind of go, "Oh yeah, this is magical. This is amazing." Whereas, kind of a lot of the time, you're just kind of like, "Okay, this thing, that thing, next thing." and you don't have as many of those. You do have those magical moments, but you don't have them as often because you're not able to take a step back as much. So that's been very nice. Having my grandparents over this weekend,
Was
having them
lovely.
having them. Good morning,
And
guys.
Patty.
Yeah, and we keep calling the dog Patty, and Grandma misheard and decided it's called Batty. Now I hope I don't get cancelled because I know that can be
What were you saying?
Can we use it as a gay slur?
Okay.
I don't know what Batty
No, I
was.
have. I just wasn't sure what you were going to say.
Well, that's where I was going with it. Now you're going to use the gay slur to try and clear my name and make it worse. So I'm not using it as a case slur. I'm just saying that was the mishearing of my grandmother. But now my grandma calls him Batty. So that's now his name for my grandma. Now, if this is one of yours, I'll stop. But I was going to say, I quite like watching her sort of follow us now.
Oh, yes. It doesn't matter. We can have joint one.
Okay, fine. How she kind of, I think she recognised you a lot more than she recognised me because
We'll have the food train.
the food train, so she spends a lot of time looking at you. And secondly, you obviously spend a lot of time with her because now I'm back at work and stuff like that. But like, if it's only me in the room, you're out the room, someone else has it, she'll still spend a lot of time like tracing me around the room. And she'll know it's not been loved. No, but
Of course it is. She needs you, loves you, and that's nice.
I mean, that's the thing. For the first 2 weeks, it does. For the not 2 weeks, but for the earlier part. I mean, I've said this, and it doesn't sound that great. It does feel a bit like having a Tamagotchi on hard mode. It's kind of just. It does feel a bit like just do this thing, do that thing, feed it, change it, keep it alive. Just and now it feels a bit more like, oh, actually, this is the baby recognizes me.
It's that you're the important person.
Exactly. Which sounds very self-centered and self-interested, but to a degree it is because I feel like I'm doing all this. I hope you round someone up.
That's fair enough, isn't it? You want them because you love them so much.
Yeah.
You want that to be reciprocated. You want to be like, am I important to you? Like you are to me. Yeah, I agree with you. I also like the fact that she smiles back at us now. So like when you smile at her, she'll like smile back at you sometimes, and she makes eye contact with you. Like you can probably have like communication through your faces now.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
She smiles at me more with her eyes than she does like fully. Like I can see sometimes she'll be moving them up in a kind of smiley way, but I haven't got I rarely get the full smile. So I think you've got a few. I think that's also to do with the fact that you've obviously smiled at her more because you've been with her more.
I also deliberately smile at her.
And you smile more in general.
I do.
Whereas I spend most of my time with her at like between the hours of 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. So that might not necessarily be my most smiley of times.
No, I think you just have to be deliberate in them. Like I'm deliberately smiling at her to get a smile.
I mean,
absolutely manipulating the situation. And like I'm sticking out my tongue so she sticks out her tongue because that's good for her development as well.
Yeah. So any more highs from you?
So yeah, that was a big high. I think my other high was like I said, I went to the bump and baby group this week. That's my first sort of group I've done since she's been born. It's quite kind of nice getting more involved in the outside world. Because for the first while you are quite cocooned, aren't you? Quite insular. Yeah. People come see you, and that's lovely. But you might go for walks. But you're not really, interacting with the outside world very much. I think that's just how it is. But now we're getting to the stage where I am interacting with the outside world and becoming more involved. I went to that group and it was lovely meeting other mums and their babies, and you're talking about how it's going and the struggles you're having, what's nice, what's hard, just general life, and and it's nice being sort of brutally honest with each other. One woman was talking about her piles, which I hope it's not too much TMI. And we're like, absolutely not, bring it on, all the piles chat, because that's the reality of it, and it's lovely to be able to share that with someone and it not be like self-conscious about it or uncomfortable, because you're all just like, fuck it, we've all gone through this. I really enjoyed that on Tuesday, and I'm going to start going every week. And there's other groups on that I want to join, things like massage and sensory, and I walked over to our local library, which is really sweet, and they actually host some classes there, so that when she's older I can take her to like a craft group or board games if she's inclined for board games. But for now there's rhyme time on a Friday, so I can take her and they sort of do nursery rhymes and little stories, which I'm going to go to with my mum and my niece next Friday, which will be lovely. And I was also off spending time with the mums and talking about our days and our partners going back to work and things like that. We're all talking about how we like to get out of the house at least once a day, go for a walk or something. I know that we all did that, but no one does it with anyone else. And I was like, it can get quite lonely, I imagine. Being at home. I'm okay because you're working from home 3 days out of 5. Actually, I'm only by myself with 2 days a week, so it doesn't feel that lonely.
Yeah.
Like, I do it 5 days a week, that can feel quite isolating and lonely. I thought if we all go for walks, why don't we go together? So I'm looking to hopefully start a parent
Watch this space.
walk group. Well, honestly, I was going to say morning walk group, but it could be dads, it doesn't matter, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And so we all go for walks and stuff. Just then have a group WhatsApp and be like, okay, today we're going to go to X park or whatever, meet you there at 11. And you can get a coffee, just have a little chat and a walk. And
Yeah.
you go, somebody's not no pressure, but it's just, and if you want some company that day, you can just go and have a little stroll to the house and have a little bubba.
I think that's nice because a lot of the time you feel like trying to socialize can be quite hard because you've got this barrier, this hurdle of kind of having a child there in terms of you've got to get them ready to get outdoor, you've got to get, you know, and what if they cry, what if they need changing, what if they need feeding, what if they need, you've got to try and do all these things in a social setting. I think a lot of people find it very overwhelming because if you're socializing with other mums, it's all pure understanding. It's like, okay, we've got to stop walking so I can change my baby on this bench in the middle of the park. Like, yeah, fine, whatever.
Well, it's like the group, like we all just sat there chatting with our babs out while I went for the baby to latch, and I'm not self-conscious about it. No matter. So what? When the baby's on the floor, someone's got like shit at the leg, and I'm like, no, whatever. Cool. Don't care. I think, you know, we're quite lucky. We'll go most places with them, and we don't feel too self-conscious about it.
No,
I think you get more because you hate the idea of being an inconvenience.
Yeah.
You also hate the idea of anyone being put out by you. And so I think that probably weighs more on you than it does on me.
I don't think I've had it necessarily with the baby. Have I? Have you noticed a time when I was...
I don't think you've been that opportunity to have that. But I feel like, you know, if you were to go to your boys and you were like, but you could only go for your boys. Moonbeam. I forgot what I was saying now, but yeah, I think you would be more likely to feel that way.
I think it depends at what point she is. Like, I'm completely happy to kind of go. I'd be happy to go out with my boys with Moonbeam if I got to the point that I knew that I could a better degree of self-sufficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And it always depends on what we're doing. Most of the time, when I'm with my boys, I quite like the rather reckless element of it all. Like, let's just hire a boat and then who knows?
Oh, yeah, but there's going to be a lot less and less of that as you get older now.
There'll still be the
annual
retreat.
Yeah, the annual retreat.
The
for
annual
sure.
retreat of recklessness.
Yeah, you need that. You need to have a blowout weekend.
Where multiple of us will always come out of injuries.
You always come back injured.
I didn't this time, did I?
Pretty bruised and stuff. You feel like bruises and cuts and things.
Yeah.
Nothing bad.
Will still be bitching about his shoulder. I guess my low is probably this kind of trifecta of my jaw hurting all the time because I'm clenching all the time because I'm stressed about lots of things, of which having to kind of balance currently being on a very demanding engagement and also one of these new throes of parenting.
Yeah.
And to be frank, my jaw was kind of clenched. Well, I was clenching a lot more even before that. I think that's, I don't know, I guess just having a lot higher degree of underlying stress. Something like that. I mean, I'm very fortunate that the dreams have gone. I don't have them anymore. Very happy that the nightmares of losing the baby in the sheets and her suffocating have gone because he used to wake up clambering around bed and he used to just laugh at me. Which is laugh.
I did something.
I
I used to come for you. I used to make sure you're okay. Then I'd have a little Google.
So I'm very happy those have gone. They've been replaced over the fact that I now just clench my jaw in my sleep and wake up with a sore jaw. And then combined with that is the fact that currently I'll be kind of working quite a lot. I'll just do my hours during the actual working day, then kind of be with you and Moonbeam for the evening, and then when you go off to bed, Moonbeam falls asleep, I'll then work during kind of night shift. So it means that I'll end up working maybe from 11 till 2 or something. So that's been quite tiring because realistically I should try and catch little naps on the sofa or on the armchair.
Yeah, and hopefully once this project's calmed down or out of the way, then.
Yeah, and I've got to accept also that this is kind of something that I've chosen to do. Like I could just turn around and kind of say, it's not possible. I mean, I kind of originally did and then said that it was, and now I kind of feel like I kind of have to. And, there's a lesson in that. Yeah, so I guess that kind of trifecta of items, the jaw, the stress, and the work that we're currently, it just feels like an awful lot. But it doesn't, there's a clear end, like the project will end. what I need to get better at doing is just also managing my own stress, that I'm not collecting my jaws. You were saying you're doing it as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I do like to control, but I definitely feel myself doing it. Like when I'm asleep in bed, and I'm like, oh, why am I doing that?
I'll notice myself doing it during the day.
I do sometimes, yeah. I think part of it for me is for so long, until literally this past week, breastfeeding was really painful for me most of the time. Actually, I spent most of the time when she's feeding, like, sort of like quite tense.
Yeah.
Like being like sort of like tensing my jaw and tensing my body. Just I was like, oh god, it's I don't want to stop because she needs the food, but it's fucking painful. My body's still quite in that mode.
Yeah.
I still sometimes do it when she's feeding when it's not sore. I'm like, why am I tensing? This is fine. But yeah, I definitely have felt myself tensing my jaw and stuff. Is that your low?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'd say what was my low? Like I said, I think generally had a pretty good week. I think especially the latter half of it when I was starting to go to doing some of that building in that just a little bit of structure. Like my days have very little structure because I get the things I want to get done, but by a large part it's ruled by her, which is fine.
Yeah.
But having that little bit of structure in the morning massively helps.
Yeah.
I'm a massive person of structure, so that's been really good this week. But I guess I think I struggle when I see you struggling with it all.
Yeah.
So because you're someone, and we first admit this, you quite easily get into a quite negative mindset.
Yeah.
And that's just your natural way of being, and you're fully aware of that, and you try and fight that, and that's fine. So it means things like when you are stressed and things are piling up a bit, or you're tired, you quite easily go down a negative mind, like sort of tunnel, or whatever, and you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. Right, you go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I don't like seeing you like that. There's not always much I can do. Like we can try and talk about it, and I can do what I can to try and support you. But I also have to accept the fact that that is you. That is part of you, and it's a journey you're going on, and you've got to go on. You've got to work through it and do your. I need to not be invested because you're my husband. And I would always be invested in how you feel and want to support you. But I guess not feel it so personally. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this kind of thing, like just there'll be one thing that links to one thing that links to another thing that links to, and so they're very rarely permanent issue.
Mm.
But there's kind of a temporary downward spiral of, and I do it partially from a practical perspective and also from an emotional perspective. To a degree, it's what's the underlying thing that I need to solve, that will solve it, and it's just going down the route. What's bad, what's worse, and then okay, so this is the thing that I'm most solve. That can also very negative trails as well, and it can create a bit of a. It does make me feel a bit negative.
Yeah. And I guess the big thing I struggle with is that, and this is more, I think, probably more my issue than yours, is that I want you to be having joy in this time, and I'm fully aware that this isn't that fun a lot of the time, like you're saying. Like it's very much like you need to feed her, make sure she's got clean nappy and sleeping, and obviously give her love. But it's very sort of like
Management a lot of the
need-based,
time,
isn't it?
yeah,
Very clearly like basic need.
exactly.
That's what you're fulfilling, and like I said, that's what's been so lovely about her now. It's time to engage. But if you were saying that you're not really enjoying it right now, or like not having a good time in life, this is something we've wanted for such a long time. I'm sure at some point we'll talk in this podcast about our journey, making our little moonbeam. But yeah, because I guess it's something we've wanted and we've been prepared for, and we chose to have her. I'm someone we have very different mindsets, don't we? Quite a lot
Yeah,
of different-
you are somebody who manages to just have unending optimism and just look for the joy in everything, whereas I kind of very quickly find the bad in things and then find the worse and worse and worse from there.
Yeah, which to me sometimes we struggle with that because I'm sort of going, well, why can't you see the good in this?
But it's
And
not just that.
and you're going, well, I don't see what or why I need to.
It's not just that. It's that you have an amazing ability to work out how to make something good, be that look at it from a different perspective, look at it across a different time period, look at it from always really trying to find the good in something. I mean, I personally don't like the idea of labeling things as good and bad and stuff like that. Just get on with what they actually are and be in that moment, be it, however it is. things kind of just are. If you find joy in it, enjoy it. And if you don't, if it's something's not great, try and solve whatever the problem is, and then find the next thing that you find joy in. But I think it's better to, at least, if you're going to recognise something bad, be better at making things good than ending up constantly finding bad, which I can be guilty of. But for example, like when you're going through a period that's not enjoyable, you don't actually think about that period. You think of it relative to what you've had to get there.
Well, yeah, for me,
I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people are just caught up in that moment going, well, this is a bit of shit. Whereas for you think, oh, this isn't great. I'm so glad to be where I am given where I was.
yeah, that is exactly it. Like I said, like say, bringing it back to the breastfeeding, when I've been sat there and it's been like, sometimes it's been excruciating.
Yeah.
Like it's been like, I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
And I've gone, oh god, and part of me wants to go, fuck this, just give a formula, and that's fine. If you do or choose to do that, but it's not what I've wanted to choose to do. And being like, sort of finding it hard to see the point in it, and like, just going, well, actually, like the way I look at it, like you said, is that I'm so blessed actually.
Yeah, it's that zoom out perspective that I struggle with.
To be going through this pain, actually, that's a blessing, because it means that I have a beautiful daughter, and there's times where we didn't know if we were going to have that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that ability to zoom in and out of perspective as is beneficial to you, which is something that I'm not good at and can very quickly latch on to the negative and follow the trail of negativity, as it were. Well, what's the funny thing?
Let's see.
I guess one of them was, it's not really directly her, but how Grandma absolutely loved having the baby on herself. I like told her. And then when Moonbeam just decides that she's going to start crying, and then he's like, okay, enough. Passes back. And it's like, maybe another time, but not this, not for now.
Yes, and she's still crying. I was like, "Would you like?" And you're like, "No, give it to your grandma." I was like, "Okay."
I've done my time. Did my obligatory hold. Didn't work. I'll try again in a few months' time when she's living. She'll know a bit more.
No, it's not really funny, but I do enjoy that she snores. I find baby snoring really funny.
I don't know if I've seen this snore much.
No, just little snores.
Shame.
Particularly when she's in the carrier. Well, she's got her face crushed.
Yeah, I have heard that. But his Morgie's actually got breathe properly, I think.
Yeah. Funny.
Because she just presses her face into you. It's not that we're doing things. She loves trying to get her face into your chest as much as possible. And then she's like having to blow bubbles through your skin.
I know, when we're sleeping in bed, because at the moment we're doing a bit of co-sleeping, so she's sleeping next to me in the bed. She probably like nuzzles into my armpit.
Yeah, she does that to me when she's in the carrier.
But it's like bare armpit.
What?
Because I'm trying to throw my bra, ready to wrap up. She was absolutely very into it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure, because you get quite sweaty. It's one part of the joyful postpartum journey. Is that you get quite night sweats. You've seen it, you come in really moist. And I'm just like, I'm really worried I'm just going to be dripping sweat on her face.
Maybe that's what she wants. She doesn't like being moist. She often comes back from cuddling with you, and she's just some sort of like.
We get real close to it, it does get.
Yeah, sweaty and damp, and
I
don't really have that.
Lots of milk as well. She's got milk on her.
Concoction of liquids all over her.
She loves it. She's a little grot bag like us. Also, if anyone listens to this and they work for Lidl, we'd love to be sponsored by Lidl because we use all of their nappies.
Loopy Lulu.
I was about to drink her milk then. I really do feel the urge every time I'm eating to give her some.
Yeah.
I just feel like I instantly want to shove it in her mouth. I want to feed her. This is thrilling.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. How are your segments in the podcast going?
Great. My idea. Sketcher.
It was, and I did the work for it.
That's how it goes.
No. It's not frustrating at all.
Pass over there.
Go on, do your intro for the shit chat.
Sketcher.
Oh, this is good. During one of the night feed / changes of week 2, stop me if I have done this one. Peak sleep deprivation. opened the diaper that was just a pee diaper, lifted her butt to change it. Liquid baby goo rocketed out of her butt and sprayed all over my face, clothes, and hair, a bassinet, and our bed. I knew I only had about enough time for sleep or shower before she woke again after feeding. I was so tired that I did my best with a baby wipe and slept for 45 minutes covered in baby shit. My husband woke up in the turmeric-coloured aftermath in the morning.
No judgment here. I once met a guy who on holiday, no, he shagged a girl, I think it might have been his girlfriend. He then did a little poo in the bed while he was asleep, like a little poo in the middle. And they're both so drunk or tired that they decided they would just sleep around his poo in the middle of the bed. And that was a full-grown person poo. Baby poo's not that bad.
Okay, well, I'm a caring parent, but I wish that I could set up a like camelback or hamster feeding milk for her while I'm looking after her, because it's really like a not that engaged job. And then you kind of have to stop every 30 seconds and leave her to break for a minute. So there's a lot of like lost time, and I'm in the middle of doing work and stuff. You know what I'm like? I like to be, I like to just do one thing, complete it, do the next thing, complete it. And so that irritates me that I can't just put a little camelback on with milk and just have a suck it through there. You got any? I'm a caring parent, but I now love my crop.
Actually, not one of my mum's. I need to get my own pair.
I need my own pair. Don't fuck me. I'm a caring parent, but I'm annoyed that I've lost the ability to wear flip flops since I was a child. Is that yours?
Yeah, I'm enjoying having the Crocs because now I've admitted that I can't wear flip flops anymore. Now it's like in the minuses. With Crocs like my socks. Cracks and sats. It's fall over when I wore them.
There you
Fall
go.
over, fell over. Poor English.
That's
I ripped a hole in my trousers. Fucked up my knee.
But saved the baby.
She was slept through it.
Still asleep.
I didn't want to walk past. Just watched me. Didn't do anything.
People just, everything is so self-centered now. People do.
But she was an old lady as well. Like a young, absorbed person.
Get up and kick her over.
I was just like, yeah, do you know what? I love sitting on the damp floor with a baby in my arms.
She probably just looks at you like a meth head. Just walked off.
I don't really look very messy. I'd have to lose a lot of weight, I think, to look messy.
Got too many teeth as well. Alrighty, well, we'll leave it there.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Potatoes, potatoes.
Hi, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. Can you please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast?